What's up, guys? Good evening. So tonight, first I'm going to finish up the reads from last Tuesday when the eyeball decided to glitch itself out. And then I'm going to read for the few that I have this evening. So there is not actually a list open tonight, but if you want to get on the list for next week, I will be doing these every Tuesday. There will always be a very, very limited amount of mediumship reads because they do take a lot out of me. So yeah, I want to make sure you guys get the best. So we're going to start with everyone that had on my list from last week. I'm going to finish up the mediumship readings first, and then we'll do the channeled spirit guide reads, and then we'll go to the ones I have for tonight. So Alexis, you are first on my list tonight. Are you ready? Or from last Tuesday, I guess. Ooh, okay. I keep forgetting YouTube to post over there that some of the videos that I have uploaded to TikTok over the last couple of days. A lot of you guys have asked me in the blood moon video that I posted this morning about waters, about do's and don'ts, and some other things. So I'll be answering a lot of those questions. Okay. All right, Alexis. So I don't know if some of you guys are going to be here for your reads or not. And my eyeballs hurt today. I'm so sick of having a headache. I feel like I've got a headache constantly lately. I'm so sick of just everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and read mods. If by chance the person is here, will you just pin and let me know that they're here? Okay. Alexis. Also, I am live on YouTube mods, and there's already some very, very unoriginal trolls over there this evening, so I don't know if one of y'all wants to jump over there. Alexis, there's and I'm going to say it this way on purpose because this is how she said, there's a woman here for you. And she's showing me almost like flame red hair. I know that this is an unrealistic shade of red. And I had red hair as a kid. This is an unrealistic shade of red, but I get the feeling that the red hair was a point of pride for her. She really, really loved having red hair. Not only did she love having red hair, but it was her identity. Okay, she's toning down the red a little bit for me. This is a really gorgeous auburn. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous dark auburn. Her personality is very, very flamboyant like her hair. She's kind of a close talker. She's very animated. She's very loud. She's very passionate when she's talking to somebody. She does a lot of like touching your shoulder. Like she does a lot of like, you know what I mean? Like she does a lot of touching when she talks to somebody that she likes. Let me say it that way, because as soon as I started to say that, she showed me standing like this. She had a lot of tells. So if she didn't like somebody, it was very, very easy to tell. Thank you for that, Miss Anna. It was very, very easy to tell that she didn't like somebody. She pointed me down to her shoes, and then it's so funny. She showed me doll feet, like little bitty, teeny tiny Barbie doll feet. So I get the feeling that not only was the red hair something that she identified with, but she has very little feet. So she showed me a skirt. She showed me a skirt kind of spinning around. It's not, it's got like white lace or bric-a-brac or something on the bottom. It's not a poodle skirt, and it's not a South American traditional dance skirt. I get the feeling that she's like 100% kind of a hippie lady. She also seems very at home in the 60s. So I am going to assume that this is like a parent, grandparent, aunt. I really, really love how vibrant she is. She just showed me a green box. It's probably about this big. I don't know if this is a jewelry box. It's a darker shade of green, like an emerald green. So let me pause right here. For those of you guys that are watching, whether you're watching on TikTok, whether you're watching on YouTube or whatever, maybe you are not familiar with the etiquette when it comes to being in a live stream where somebody is actively reading, especially if it is a mediumship read. I am only going to warn one time. And mods, this is going to be the new 4th rule. I'm only going to warn one time. If you co-read, you will be muted. Because what that tells me is that you don't believe that I know what I'm doing. I've been reading professionally for over 11 years at this point. I have celebrity clients. I have clients all over the world. I have read for tens of thousands of people. Almost every large horror villain I have read for. I have either done a palm reading, I have done a mediumship reading, I have done their aura. I have a ton of celebrity clients. I know what the fuck I'm doing. When you guys come in and you co-read, that basically negates the person that is actually doing the read. That is so rude. Not only is it so rude, but instantly my mods are going to screenshot you and you're probably going to go in the jar. I'm just letting you guys know. Don't do that. I don't care how long you've been reading. I don't care if you're just starting. I don't care if you're an intuitive. That is so rude. And I have dealt with it for the past 5 fucking years on TikTok, and I'm not going to deal with it anymore. There will be no warning. If you come in and do that shit, you will be muted immediately, period. And if you have a problem with it, you are welcome to message my website and we can chat. But I am not going to change my mind, because that tells me that you think I don't know what I'm doing. I have read for the living Leatherfaces. I have read for all but one of the Michael Myers. I've read for a couple of Jasons. I have read for Mr. Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, The X-Files, etc. I have horror villains and scream queens that call me for readings before they make big decisions on parts. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what the fuck I'm doing. That pisses me off. Don't fucking do it. I said what I said. Alexis, I absolutely love your lady. She stood there very quietly with her hands clasped and did a little like cha-cha dance after I got done saying what I was saying. Okay, let's talk about the box again. There we go. So she just really quickly had showed me this box before I saw that comment and I went off on this tangent. This box is probably about this big and it's a little taller like this. And it's deep green, like emerald or forest green. But I only see the back of it and I don't know why. So I can't see the top. I can't see the clasp. I can't see the front. I only can see the back. Excuse me. I only can see the back of it. I don't know if you're here or not, Alexis, but I get the feeling that, there you are. I get the feeling that this is someone who probably passed away either in the early 2000s or the, like, between the mid 90s, early 2000s. She's been gone a little bit. Like, her heyday was the 60s. Like, that was when she felt the most alive. I don't know if this is she showed me it's about this wide. It's beaded, it's white, and it's got a daisy in the middle, and I keep touching up here because she showed me as a headband. But you must not have been here when I first started reading, so let me repeat a little bit what she showed me. So she has really tiny feet, and she has red hair. It's like a really dark auburn color, but she showed me when she first came in as flame red hair. She also, I'll just repeat a few of the main things. She also showed me a skirt, like somebody when they're dancing and the skirt flares out a little bit, but it's not a poodle skirt. It's not a, like, South American traditional dance skirt. It's not something like that. She just showed me in a bunch of different colors. So I get the feeling that A, she loved to dance, and B, and I don't mean like waltz or cha-cha. I mean like just fucking crazy dance. She just loved a crazy dance, like Elaine from Seinfeld. She also is very, very passionate, very flamboyant. When she's talking, her arms, like, she talks with her arms a lot. She touches people a lot. And she also is, like, her face shows all of her emotions. If she doesn't like you, it's very, very clear immediately to know that she doesn't like you. She pointed to the box again. I don't understand the box. I get the feeling that this box is either in a closet. It's in a closet. Because, like, what I'm seeing is this box is on a shelf like this, and it's in the back. And that's why I can only see the back part of the box. But there's two tall black things on the side, and they look like cloth. So I don't know if this is like coats or if this is boots. I don't know what this is, but there's a whole bunch of other things stacked on top of this box. So I don't know what the box is, or if you know what the box is, but it's, the shelf it's on is red. So you know when like the edges of the shelf, the edge of the shelf is red. I don't know if the shelf itself is red, but the edge of the shelf is red. And she's like really specific about where this box is. So apparently this box is something she needs somebody to find or whatever. But so when I'm looking at it, this almost looks like it's like either a hall closet or a pantry closet or something, because the door is, I know you can't see how wide my arms are, but the door is not like a normal door. It's small. It's small. And I get the feeling that this is in an older house, because I almost feel like it's a linen closet with like an upper part and then a lower part. But whatever it is, there's these two black curtain-y looking things, but I think that it's like a coat. I think they're coats or something. So on top of this green box, there's some, it looks like a folded, it's white. It's a folded, it's something material. I almost wanted to say like curtains, but it's not. I don't think it is. It's either a tablecloth or it's a dress or something, but it's white and it's like this thick folded up. And then there's something light pink on top of it, very fuzzy light pink. So now I'm wondering if she was a seamstress, because everything in this closet that's on top of and around this green box is material. Like, she won't let me not look at the closet. She showed me the headband again. So it's about this thick. It's beaded. It's got like gold or tan bead, a row of bead on the top and on the bottom. The interior is almost all white. It has like flowers in it. It is 100% like what you would think of as like a beaded headband from the 70s. So she was buried in shoes that she didn't really like. And it's kind of funny to her. They're either dark green or black. But they're shoes that she didn't like. It's really funny. The material rings with your great-grandmother. She died in the early 2000s. Okay. She's talking about this pair of shoes. That she did not like these shoes. It's funny. But it's funny to her. Like, she's not mad. She thinks it's funny. The reason they were new is because she didn't like them. Okay. So, thank you, Brandon. If a blue Bodhi comes in, will you please screenshot them? Because I've started staying up a little bit later, and I do have the time to go through and report and block every single one of them. There's a tie between the two of you. It has to do with a couple of things. There's a name tie with the two of you. There's also, she shows me this string. It's like from her to you. And it like comes out of here from her to you. It's this kind of like golden brown. Okay. You remember her hair being white? Yeah. So she shows me this string. There's an intense tie from her to you. She showed me little scraps. Do you find little scraps of material? Like she showed me, you know when you see a piece of material that has been out in the weather for a long time and it's really frayed on the edges? She keeps showing me like these little scraps of material. Like she showed me pink, she showed me white, like she just keeps showing them to me. But it looks like they've been out in the weather for a while. She is very, very passionate about when she's talking. It's so funny. She's very, very animated and adamant about stuff. Okay. I don't know what that is that she's showing me then, because she's showing me like little bitty, like almost triangle shaped pieces, but they're little, but they're frayed everywhere. So I don't, and maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's for a parent or, you know, something like that find them. But I don't know which side of the family she's related to. The one, she pointed me back to the green box. So I assume the green box has sewing items in it because it's not a jewelry box. She pointed me back to the box. Okay. Someone is searching for that green box. Redheads on your dad's side. Someone is searching for that green box. And it's not for any reason other than they remember it as a kid. It smells like her. Because she just showed me someone like after she passed away, they would pick up this box and just open it and kind of smell it. Does that make sense? Because it smells like her. So she showed me this red shelf again, and I'm going to describe it because I am starting to wonder if this is not in a cabinet. The way she pointed back to that red shelf where I said the edge of it was red, but it feels like felt. It feels like red felt. So I'm wondering if it's not in a cabinet or like an armoire or something like that. Because I have one of my grandma's downstairs and it's green felt inside. So I'm wondering if it's not in this. So I already had a headache coming into this, but she just had me like something right across here and it went straight down my face like that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what she passed away from, if that has to do with it, but it's right here on this side of her face. She also got kind of really quiet there for a minute. Yeah, this green box is important. I don't know who it is that's looking for it, but this green box is important. And it is either the cabinet or the closet, whatever it's in. The door, the outside is white, but it's red felt on the inside. Okay? Your Aunt Geneva passed from cancer that went from her mouth to her eye to her brain. Was she a seamstress? Because this lady, the red hair, the tiny feet, all the material and whatever's in this green box is something she used a lot, like to do something. It's not a jewelry box. It's not a jewelry box. But somebody is looking for this box. Just so you know. Somebody's been looking for this green box. Also, are you the one with the gift in the family? Because she wanted me to mention, I don't know how to explain it. The one that gets the messages. Does that make sense? She wanted me to mention the one that gets the messages, and that's why I'm asking if that's you. Like, are you the one that has the dreams? You have the visions. You understand what things are. Empathic, intuitive. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I don't think that the majority of this was actually for you. I think that it is for whoever it is you're going to go speak to. She also mentioned earrings. She mentioned these gold earrings. They're probably about this long and they're like circles. Three like medallions. Like they almost look like coins or medallions or something. And she showed me specifically them swinging like this. So they're obviously kind of important. They're obviously kind of important. So. I don't know. She showed them to me. I have a feeling that they belong to someone. That was a very weird thing to say. Because obviously they belong to someone. They were given to someone after she passed. So, they were given to someone after she passed. I don't know. The medallions have something on them. Like, they are either replicas of coins or they have something stamped on them. If that makes sense. So. Well, you're going to have to let me know. You're going to have to send me a message and let me know about this green box. If you find this green box, because now I want to know. So you have the same thing that Scarly did. I want to know what's in the box. What's in the box? Did you have a ticket from tonight too, Alexis? I do too. Denice, you are next. And then Lenzie is my last mediumship from last week. Lenzie, by the way, whenever you get your Solomonic sigil, I just want you to know that Okay, it was from the reschedule night. Okay. I just want you to know that I misspelled your name on the back when I was writing your name on there, but it does look kind of wicked. I'm just saying. So if you make the N in your name an X for some reason, it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, Denice, you ready? I have no idea what this is I was just shown. And let me try to describe it. It looks like a huge thumbtack, but it's, I don't know if this is a sundial. So what I saw was it's this huge white thing. And to be honest, I think that if it's a sundial, then it's a bigger sundial, but it's white and it comes to a pretty sharp point at the top. And it is on something round. So that's why I think for some reason that it's a sundial. Whoever this is, loves trees, gardening, being outside. I don't think that this is somebody that grew like, that had a farm, but they had an immaculate yard, like all kinds of flowers and bushes and trees and lots of shade, See, so I almost thought at first that this was when the big white thing, I almost thought at first that it was like one of the obelisks. But it literally just looks like an upside down thumbtack. I don't know. Okay. Oh, this is a man. Okay. So he keeps showing me the same thing over and over, and I'm going to describe it. So he showed me the big white thumbtack thing, okay? And then where I'm standing, it's like that would be in front of me, but there's a pathway. And over here is this huge tree, and it kind of overhangs like that. Over here are two massive bushes. I can't see what's behind me. It's like I'm just facing down this path. Big tree. There's like all kinds of flowers and bushes. And this looks like a park. There's more like greenery than there are flowery things. But the two bushes over here are humongous. I think they're holly because they're very, very full, bright green. But the tree over here is important because it's like the path was made to go around the tree so the tree wasn't cut. I'm trying to get more information about him. He doesn't want to show me himself, and he doesn't want to talk about himself. And usually when I get something like that, that means that there's a level of regret or shame or something there with him. He just keeps showing me like snippets, and it's almost hard. I have a feeling I'm sitting on a back porch. I have a feeling that this path leads off of a covered back porch. He keeps showing me the color red when it portrays to a shirt. It's almost like it's the red and black checkered flannel, not ones with the pattern, just red and black check. Oh, it's got a black collar. This is a jacket. Okay. Because it's got a black corduroy collar and black corduroy cuffs. So this is like a jacket. It's so funny. He's very, very details. Oh, whoa. Okay, hang on. I missed that. He wore those shirts. Okay. he does not want to show me his face. He doesn't want to show me anything physical about himself. Did he have dementia or Alzheimer's? Because like something is there. When I try to look at him, it's fuzz. So that usually tells me that there's something about him health-wise, either used to dream about him after he passed. There's something where he, okay, when I see the fuzz, it's almost like somebody has censored out his face, if that makes sense. So Alzheimer's, dementia, stroke, something like that. I do feel like, he didn't show me this, but I keep feeling this. Like, okay, like I push my hair out of my face like this, like some wispy hair right here. Like I keep doing this, but it's on this side. He brushes it to the right side of his head. He brushes it to the right side of his head. Like I feel like I need to do this. Like it's that. It had to be parted here on the left and brushed over like that. Like he always kind of brushed it. He kept his hair a little long on the top. Grandpa Jim. So you know who this is. Does he showed me like almost wire rimmed glasses, but I don't think they're actually wire rimmed. But when I try to focus on them, I can't see them either. He's really quiet. He's also heavy. Does that make sense? And I don't mean weight-wise. I mean energy-wise. There's a lot of loss. There's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of sadness. Like, there's a lot. Like, he's very heavy. He wore spectacles. Gotcha. Okay. Like, he didn't talk about a lot of things, did he? He just... So here's the feeling I get from him when I'm trying to see anything. He just wanted to sit. He had a very hard life. 11 kids. Oof. Okay. He just wanted to sit. He just wanted to be by himself. Like and it's not that he didn't care about anybody. That's a lot. That's a lot. That, whatever that back porch is, that was like his favorite place. That tree, he keeps showing me this scene of him. And it's like I'm standing on the back porch looking out. I can't see the back porch. All I can see is this path. That tree was like home. That tree was like comfort to him. Okay. The walnut tree. Okay. So you know exactly what tree. What is it? There's a knot. Is there something carved on the tree? I'm not gonna lie. I want to just sit here and hang out on this back porch. Like, that's so peaceful. Like, it's so peaceful. He very quickly mentioned a woman, but that's it. Like, I don't know if this is wife, mother of kids. I don't know. He very quickly mentioned her. Did she pass away before he did? I don't understand. There's a loss associated with her. You were about 9 when he passed. Okay. It's so funny. There's not like a message or anything. It's just kind of proof, he says. They had to move away from the ranch because she couldn't take care of him. Okay. Does that make sense when I say that it's just proof that he's here? because he wanted me to make sure I said it that way, that it was proof he was here. Okay. I also get the feeling that you either haven't seen or heard from him in a while. Yes? I also get the feeling he makes me feel like you're going through something really rough. Because what he showed me was like just sitting on the back steps, and he patted the step beside him. Like, come sit with me. He used to come to you in your dreams, but not since you were a teen. Okay. He patted to the step, like, you know, come sit for just a minute. Here's what I'm going to recommend because of that. It's not that there's a message. It's not that there's anything he needs to tell you. It has to do with just sitting with him and hanging out. Just, whoa, you're on your back steps. It has to do with just sitting with him and hanging out. Just breathing, just sitting there. Whatever the heavy thing is that you're going through, like he just wants to sit with you. Like he just wants to sit with you. Is that who's been in your garage? You know, to be honest, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because he didn't react when I said that, when I read that. So usually like if he had been the one in your garage and I had read that or saw that comment, there would have been a feeling of yes. So I'm going to say no. That's not him in the garage. He just wants to sit because whatever this hardship, this trauma is that's going on right now, like every time I think about it, he just pats the step next to me. Like just sit. Just come on, let's sit down. Whatever was keeping him away is done now. So I would expect him to be around a lot. That's what he would do. I would expect him to be around a lot. There's some kind of, when you're sitting on your back steps, I would consciously think about the times when you used to sit outside with him like that, because there's some kind of like grandpa wisdom there that he imparted to you when you were younger that will come back to the surface. Does that make sense? Aw, he seems like a really, really awesome person. He seems like a really awesome person. Like, I feel like I could just sit on the back steps with him for a couple of hours and it could be dark and it wouldn't matter. We don't have to say a word, but just sit. Just sit. Because that's the feeling I get. Like, he doesn't want to tell me anything. There's no message. He just wants to sit. So that's what I would say. Whatever's going on right now, there's grandpa wisdom in there. Just sit. Just sit. Okay? Grandma was mean, but Grandpa had the biggest heart. Aww. Well, I'm glad I got to meet him. I'm very glad I got to meet him. Oh, I have more than a few mediumships to deal with tonight. To go through, not deal with. So Lenzie, Monica, Samantha, and Sarah are all from last week. All right. So let's get Miss Lenzie next. You are so welcome. You are so welcome, Denice. You're so welcome. All right. I always love it when I get to meet people like that. You know, it's really awesome. And all the time I've been doing this, there's only been maybe a handful of people that I I have not wanted to talk to again. There's only been a handful of people. One of them stayed in my fucking house for almost a week. I couldn't get them to leave. And I did not like it. I did not like it. All right. Ready, Lindsay? So the gentleman that is here is kind of a hothead. Like more of a do and ask forgiveness later kind of person. He showed me like really dark brown, almost black hair. Okay. He also showed me. So my dad had a jacket like this. And I mean, we always joked with my dad that it was like his motorcycle gang jacket. But it's one of those older leather jackets where when it's unbuttoned down the front, it has a big collar over here because when you're riding, you can button it over here and it zips across like that. It's black and it does have like the bright chrome zipper, and there's a zipper pocket right here. And he knows he was a looker back in the day. He knows he was a looker back in the day. He also has this kind of crooked smile. Like he kind of grins like this up one side of his face. He like has this really ornery like half grin like that. That was his signature thing. That was how he told you it was going to be okay. He would like do that little like half grin and then wink at you. He's funny. I like him. Oh my God, he's funny. He is a jokester. I don't know if you know who this is or not yet, but I get the feeling that there's a picture of him, either, I'm going to say probably mid-50s, maybe late 50s, with a motorcycle with this jacket on. Am I correct? He's funny. He also he loves the color green. No one coming to mind. Okay, let me see if I can get some more out of him because he's very specific on some stuff. All right, there's a military tie here that he does not talk about. It's not brought up. It's not talked about at all. In fact, he mentioned it very quickly. He showed me a golden eagle. He showed me like but he only wants to show me like the top of a uniform. He wants to show me the top of a I'm going to say dress greens. So I assume that this is Army or Marines, because this is an older uniform. He only wants to show me the top. And I just got really, really hot. Like, I feel like I'm literally burning up. So there's stuff that is not spoken about. But I think that the family kind of knows about it. This is, I'm going to say probably Korea. possibly early Vietnam, but I really think Korea. I feel like there's part of him that's burned, that's got to burn, but he doesn't, like, he's always wearing a shirt and long pants. He made it very clear to me that he always has long pants on. He always has a shirt on. So I don't know. There's also a severe claustrophobia here. A fear of being stuck, of being trapped somewhere. He got like super serious. Like when he first came in, he was real lighthearted and so on, and now super, super serious about this. He only wants to show me from the waist up. Like, I know he's wearing jeans. I know he's wearing boots. So, I don't know, like, what generation, what age bracket you're in, but to be honest, I am not sure that he made it back from whatever conflict this was. I'm not sure he made it back from whatever conflict this was, because he showed me the jacket. He showed me that half smile. He showed me the dark hair and, you know, that wink, like, I'm okay, everything's okay. He showed me that. And then when we started talking about the military aspect, and I almost panicked, I'm not going to lie. Like, I literally felt like I was burning up from the inside. And then he showed me, like, yeah, to be honest, I don't think that he made it back. I don't. So I don't know if if you have an uncle or something like that. I don't know, because you said you'd have to ask your mom or grandma. This is somebody that is related to you, but I don't. If he did come back, I don't think he was here very long. Does that make sense? Because he doesn't want to show me himself past those two phases. He doesn't want to show me himself after those two phases. He did show me, I don't know how to explain it. I don't actually know what it is. It's like the corner of a table. The table has green legs. But it's like I'm looking into either a kitchen. It has to be a kitchen because it looks like a kitchen table. Like, I'm looking into a kitchen. There's a chair here. There's a man with his back to me that has dark hair, and he's sitting at the table, and so I can see, like, the man sitting here and the edge of the table right here. And beyond that, it's like I can just barely see a little bit in the kitchen. Beyond that, there's like, I can hear somebody either cooking or fixing something. Goodness, that's lots of sneezes, Care Bears. And then there's like a window right there. YouTube is frozen. Of course it is. Goodness sakes, that was a lot of doggy sneezes. Let me see if I can fix it at all. Let's try that. If it doesn't get unfrozen, then I may have to exit and just download this. Did that fix it at all, Scarly? But he showed me almost like he's standing in the living room looking into the kitchen. Son of a bitch. Okay. See, what's funny is the timer's still going on my end, but all right. I just went ahead and ended the stream over there. So whatever this living room is, Lenzie, he's there a lot. He's there a lot. Like he watches this a lot. I really would like to know who this is. I really would. By the way, I can't help it. It's like with every single mediumship read I do. You know when you have like a best friend and you know just from the way that their eye twitches or the way that they say, okay, or the way, you know what I mean? Like you can almost feel what they're feeling. You're like that kind of best friends. Like you can feel what they're feeling. That's almost how it is when I do mediumship reads. So it's like instead of just meeting grandpa or grandma or aunt, uncle or cousin, whatever, I get to feel feelings. I get to smell smells. You know what I mean? Like things like that. So when I'm reading and somebody doesn't know who it is, I always want to know. So don't hesitate to message me and let me know, because I really get the feeling that he did not make it back. And I get the feeling that he thought he made it back. He's in this living room a lot, in this one place. I don't know if this is like at the front door looking across or what, but he's there a lot. He's there a lot. He was there a lot, excuse me. Whoever that is, they don't own this house anymore. Might be on your dad's side. Yeah, I would be curious, because he wanted me to talk about that lopsided smile again. The lopsided smile. Like you know how some people, like Clint Black, the country singer, is someone that he sings like that. He sings out of the side of his mouth, but his smile is like that. He would just smile out of the side of his mouth and then wink. And to be honest, I think that whoever this message is for in your family, I have a feeling that he's been on their mind a lot lately. I think he's been on their mind a lot lately. Just so you know. So. He pointed back to the black leather jacket again with the... He's funny. Will you let me know if you find out who he is? My hand be itchy. 'Cause I would like to know. Yeah, y'all, if I do a mediumship read for you and you have a picture of that person, even better. Send me the picture. Send me the picture. I want to see them. You know what I mean? I want to see them differently than I see them. There we go. We're just going to air quotes. We're just going to do all the air quotes. I love this ring, but I'm going to take it off. My finger be sweaty. My finger be sweaty. Miss Monica. Yeah, I've been obsessed with the beetle earrings. So we got blue green bind rune nails today. I love them. My toes match. Also, because we're going to some very interesting places, I had some things put on my toes. What's up, Block Mamba? I had some things put on my toes. So yeah. Yeah. All right, Miss Monica. Oh, your person's a control freak. Okay, okay. I started like doing my normal, I started doing my normal thing. And it was like, nope, pull from the top, put them right side up. They're a control freak. Okay, I got it. All right, this is a lady. Okay, okay. It's her way or the highway. Oh, her house is immaculate. Oh my God, okay. Don't touch anything. Don't track stuff on the floor. Everything is always put up. Everything is folded just right. It's like a museum in here. Oh my God. Okay. But she's showing me this one particular room. Let me get done with these cards first because everything has a thing. Okay. So if I'm standing in a hallway and I'm looking, this is a weird house. There's an L hallway. Over here is laundry room. Okay, I was like, this is a kitchen? It's not, it's a laundry room. There is white linoleum. It's white and it has like a little blue flower pattern. So it looks like it's tiles about this big, but it's like white. It looks like a China pattern. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little tiny blue flowers, but they're around the edges of it. Okay, so if the corner of the hallway is here, right? Laundry room here, whatever. I'm looking into a living room and there's two entrances into this living room. And I don't know if I think the living room is like a light yellow maybe. But what I'm looking at is a big window over here. And there's there's some gorgeous like glass pieces on the window. Couch right here. Something big and white on the back of the couch. It's like a flowered couch. Yeah, you didn't go in there. That was not a living room. You did not, like that was the sitting room. You didn't go in there. So I just keep staring in this room. What am I missing? Like I could probably, I wish I had like a way to print out what I'm seeing. She keeps pointing me to it. It's not a globe. There's some gorgeous, green seems to be a theme tonight. There's some gorgeous like green glass piece that sits in this window. When she's nervous, she does this a lot. She does that a lot. Okay. So, you know how I was joking at first that, you know, she was kind of a control freak and like, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, and the house is immaculate. There's also a really high level of anxiety here. And I say that because it's like she goes back and forth from being like control freak, this is how everything has to be, to almost a panic feeling. It's weird. Okay. Her hair, what she's showing me is there's like a, it's all, what she's showing me, it's all white, but there's a streak right here that I think this was like the last part of her hair to fade. This was the last part of her hair to fade. She makes me feel like she's very tall and thin. I'm trying to... I either feel like she had something to do with school, a librarian or a school teacher or something. So here's what she showed me. She's tall and she's thin. My nose is itching. Someone's talking about me. She's tall and she's thin. And she has on this like white button-up blouse with a brooch. And then like a dark purple skirt. Like super prim and proper. It's so funny. She doesn't really want to show me her face. She does have a very thin face. A very, like a longer thin face. Like she doesn't have the square head like I've got. She has a very... Why is my nose itching? Stop talking about me because I'm trying to do shit. I'm trying to think. She has a very thin face. She has a very thin face. She's a thin lady. I also... Whatever this anxiety disorder, whatever this like complete back and forth she had with herself, with everything, there is, I don't think she eats a lot. Like, I just don't think she eats a lot. I don't think she eats a lot. She wanted me to mention specifically that, so she outlives the husband. She lives by herself for I'm going to say 7 to 10 years after he passes. Yeah, she had a very professional type job. Like, I literally feel like it had something to do with the school. I also don't feel like she smiles very much at all. Because everything is very, very, like, cut and dried with her. It's so weird. I just keep seeing her in the hallway of this house. Like, the laundry room here, like I'm coming around the corner, living room right here, and I see her in the hallway just like standing here like this, just waiting for me to say something or waiting for me to do something. I'm going to ask this. Do you recognize the house? Do you recognize this L-shaped hallway? Because it's like I'm standing in the corner of this hallway. The laundry room here, living room here. And I can't go anywhere. I feel like I'm stuck in this hallway and I'm like getting really frustrated with it. I feel like behind me is a garage or a back door. Like this is where you come in through the back door. Not really. Okay. So I don't think she's very, very kind. I think that this is somebody that she's kind of an equal opportunity meanie. Like she's kind of just short and mean to everyone. I also feel like she kind of scared kids. I feel like she kind of scared kids. I think that she got called a witch a lot and she kind of just owned it so people would leave her alone. This is so weird. I feel like if she had kids, they don't talk to her. Either she had kids and they don't talk to her, or she did not have kids. Well, what she showed me was almost like an unrealistically skinny person. Like she showed me, she looks like a bird. Like, I'm not gonna lie. She just looks like a tall, thin bird. Like she has a very sharp nose. Like, here's the feeling I get. She's making herself look meaner so I won't look at her. Does that make sense? Like, she literally... I feel like she's making herself look meaner, so I won't look at her. Monica, did she have kids or no? She was a talker when you were older. She had locked some of us in the closet. Yes, she had kids. Did they talk to her, or were they afraid of her? Because, like, I feel like she made people afraid of her on purpose. I also feel like there's a very bossy aspect of her, and she kind of pushed her way through this evening, but I don't understand why she just wants to stand at the end of the hallway. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? If this is somebody on your dad's side, is your dad still here where you can ask him some questions? But his memory is terrible. Okay. I would ask him. Because what she showed me, the outfit she's wearing, it's either like to go to church, or this is to go to like a fucking library or a school or something. She has this very cold feel to her. Like, I don't know if your grandma was like this, or what it is that made her feel like she had to be really rigid and cold. But her nose it's very prominent. Like, it's very prominent. Not wide, just very, very prominent. Very prominent. Does that make sense? Your grandma was very rigid. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't feel like this is a grandmother, like, in any way, shape, or form. I don't feel like this is a grandmother. I also don't feel like there's anything there except for this weird fear, like wanting people to be afraid of her. And I don't understand that, but like, it makes me not want to do anything she tells me to do. It makes me want to be like, no. I would ask your dad about her. Specifically about whatever it is that's in this front window of her formal sitting room. Because she brought me back to that, to looking into this living room at this window. So, yeah, I want to know who this is. I want to know who this is, Monica. To be honest, I would not be surprised. I don't know. Like, I can see the couch right here, but then I just see, like, it's almost like my vision goes from couch window No, it's not a corner window. It's a big window, like one of those windows in the front of a house that is like a big, it's like big huge plate glass, and then on either side are windows about like that. So it's almost like a triple window. Big huge one in the middle and then two on either side. But it's something specific sitting in the window, and it's green with, maybe with some blue in it. But it's like glass or no, it's not ceramic. It's not ceramic. It's not a bay window because it doesn't go out. It's just a plate glass window with two windows on either side. But she specifically keeps bringing me back to whatever this piece is that's in the window. So I don't know why. But I would ask your dad. I would ask your dad. I mean, it could be grandma, but she's not very nurturing. She's not very nurturing. Like, she's mean. She's not a nice person. Yeah, she's not a nice person. Just so you know. She's not nice. Has your dad been sick lately? No? Okay. Okay. Not that I know of. Okay. There's a reason that she's popping up, because I don't feel like she ever pops up. That's why I asked if he's been sick, or like if there was a reason for her to worry, if there was a reason for her to show up. I don't know, but like I don't feel like she shows up. So, just saying. Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. You're gonna have to let me know who this is. What you find out. I want to know what this fucking thing is in the window, because she's very adamant about this fucking piece of glass in the window. She's like super adamant about it. Super adamant about it. Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I feel like I can't even go into the living room to look at it. I feel like if I were to go in and touch it, I feel like my whole life would be over. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's something that she prized. So maybe it's something your dad bought for her, or maybe it's something that was their parents, or you know what I mean? Like, I would just ask. I would just ask. So, yeah. I can't say yes or no if the living room's a step down. I can't say yes or no. Like, I really can't. And it's not a step up, I can tell you that. The carpet is thick. It's not shag carpet, but it's got a design in it. So it's like a sand. It's like a sand color, but it's got the really thick pile to it. And it kind of, it has like this weird loop to it. I don't know. Maybe it's a rug I'm seeing, but it's very, very thick. I mean, my brain wants to say it's that thick, but it's very thick carpet, very plush carpet. But yeah, there's some design to it. Like, I get the feeling she paid a lot for this carpet. You are not going to walk on it. So, yeah, you're going to have to let us know who this is. We're going to have to have a live where We just have follow-ups. Like where we just have follow-ups. Maybe I just need to have everybody that's had a mediumship read send in a follow-up. All right, Samantha Belcher. I have Samantha Belcher and then Sarah Beard are my last two mediumships for last week. And then we'll move into the spirit guide reads. So. A double space as a Donna. That's Donna. I just want you guys to know that was not me. I hate when I wear glasses because then it leaves that stupid mark. Where are they now, Bodhi edition? I mean, you're not wrong. All right. Miss Samantha. It's so weird. The cards that I have had for a long time have a curve to them. Because of how I hold them to shuffle. They have a curve to them. The guy that just popped in, it's so funny. I wanted to say, oh, this is a jolly fellow. And then he's like, he's a bigger guy. But he made a joke about Santa Claus. God, he's funny. Okay. I would not be surprised to find out that he's played Santa Claus. This is a bigger fella. He's got a bigger belly. Not just dad bod, but he's got a bigger belly. He does have a beard. It's kind of what he showed me was that it's got some auburn in it. So I don't know if like as he got older it started to get some red or what, but because I don't think his hair is red. I think his hair is probably brown. Okay, so he's showing me this. And he's very jolly about it, but it's a little disturbing. But he's showing me like he's just sitting here like this with his hands over his stomach. You know how some people they'll sit like that with his hand. He's sitting there with his hands over his stomach, and he's just kind of got this grin on his face. But I can't see the chair he's sitting in, and he's just sitting. It's just dark. It's just dark. So, it almost makes me feel like he's locked in his own brain a little bit. But it was funny. It's almost like he's frozen. Like he's sitting there smiling. Like he has this big old smile. He showed me a card table. Like when you are when you're at a family gathering of a holiday dinner or whatever, and they have to bring out the card table for people to sit at. And so he's sitting in a chair or a recliner, and they put the card table up to where he was at, and there's I think kids sitting around him. But okay, there's some mobility issues here, because I get the feeling that especially as he got older, I think that there's an injury, like a lower back or hip injury here, because I feel like it's a lot for him to get up and walk, a lot for him to get up and move, because I get the feeling that everybody came to him. They brought stuff to him. But I feel like this injury probably happened maybe late 50s. But yeah, there's something with hips, lower back, hips. makes it hard for him to walk. He also, I don't know if he walks with a cane. Injured as a firefighter. Was he kind of a bigger guy? Did he have like a bit of a belly? Because he's specifically wanting me to mention this injury. And it's like right below the waist, like lower back, tailbone, hips. Yes, very big. Like, does that make sense? I feel like it's on the right. I feel like it's on the right side. But yeah, between his waist and his hips. And I feel like there is a cane. I don't feel like it's a walker. I feel like there's a cane or something like that. He made a Santa Claus joke again. Did somebody used to joke with him when his beard started turning white about Santa Claus? About being like Santa Claus? Okay. It's so funny when he first popped in, it was like really jolly and joyful and, you know, laughing and stuff, and it got really serious really, really quick. It got really serious really, really quick. Okay. There's depression there, yes? His wife was devastated. Okay. He made me feel like he is just utterly alone. There's people around him, but utterly alone. And I'm just going to ask this. Do you know how he passed? Don't tell me. I just want to know if you know how he passed. Because I don't feel like he lived as long as he should have. Does that make sense to you? Like, he seems like one of the most jolly, joyful guys on the outside. All you know is that it was quick and unexpected. Okay. So when I said he didn't live as long as he should have, you understood that. Okay. He showed me a fireman's axe, but an actual axe, not a pin or an emblem. He showed me the actual axe. He was in his 50s. Okay. And I don't know who has this, but I think it was something that was hanging on the wall, because what he showed me was when he's sitting in this chair with his card table, it's literally hanging on the wall right here. Hopefully I didn't drop cards. He showed me another man that has kind of, I would say, like sandy brown hair, like really light brown hair. And it's kind of feathered like this, kind of feathered. This isn't him. This is somebody else. And they're younger than him. Hello, Vlad. Hello. it's so funny. I don't think there's really any message, just kind of hi. Yeah, no, this person is still there. He's showing me them. It's like he felt very protective over this person. I don't feel like this person has passed away, because what he showed me was almost like a picture. This person with the kind of feathery light brown hair, like it's really light brown, like almost just dark, dirty blonde. But this is a picture. He also has a little bit of a mustache. I'm going to say that this person may be in their 20s. He's got on a green shirt, blue jeans. This is like out, there's a bunch of greenery behind him. This was like one of his favorite pictures of this person. They were firefighters together. Okay. This was one of his favorite pictures of, yes, he's thin. Like he's showing me specifically, he's got on a green shirt. Why is everything green tonight? This is like a darker forest green shirt and kind of light colored blue jeans. That's his son. Okay. Does he have the sandy blonde hair that's kind of feathered like that? It's not feathered, both guys. I mean, like if I were to do this, if I were a guy and I had hair about like that and were to do that, it would make that pretty feathered. You know what I'm talking about? He keeps throwing the ageless card out. He pointed to the axe again. I don't know if his son has this axe or what. You haven't seen him in a while. Okay. I would probably maybe reach out and just say hi. And here's exactly how I would handle this. Because he showed me that picture of that person on purpose with that specific outfit. Like literally I'm seeing a picture in a frame. I would reach out and I would just be like, hey, his son lives in that house. Okay. I would just be like, hey, I had a dream about your dad the other day. Like that's literally what I would say. That's what I would say. I would just reach out and be like, we haven't talked in a long time. I had a dream about your dad the other day. I just wanted to see how you were doing, you know, or I mean, if he's open to talking, you know, that you talk to a medium or whatever. But there's a reason that you need to talk to him. There's a reason. I'm just saying, there's a reason. So I would reach out. I would reach out. I don't understand why he showed me the axe again. I don't know why. Like I have a feeling it's like an antique fireman's axe or something that's it was up on the wall, or I don't know. But I love it. I love it. Like he just wants to keep showing it to me. He just wants to keep showing it to me. I think he was proud of that. I think that it was something like he absolutely loved. I don't know who gave it to him or how he got it, but like, yeah. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Because I'm sitting in the chair and it's right there. It's right there. Yeah, I would reach out to his son and just reminisce about his dad. That would be my recommendation. So yeah. And it could be maybe that the two of you just need to catch up. Could be that he's been having dreams about his dad. Could be that he's really been missing his dad. And you messaging him or catching up, whatever, is the sign he needed that his dad's still around. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. All right, Miss Sarah Beard. I don't know if you're here. I thought I saw you come in. All right. Isn't it last time I read for you that there were 3 ladies? Like in a almost triangle? Yes? That's what I thought. They've upped their protections on you big time. Why? Like last time they showed me standing around you in a triangle, but this time they showed me standing around you in a triangle and there's like a wall up around you. Why? What's going on? This is like a, we need to talk about this first kind of thing. Because of some things going on at home. Okay. Like, I feel like I need to describe exactly what they're showing me. There is a light color, like a bright white circle on the floor. And I mean, it looks like this big concrete, like this all black around. You can't see anything, but they're showing me, I don't know if it's geometry or if it's writing. I don't know what it is, but it's a light, literally a light circle on the floor. You're in the middle and they're like where I'm standing, 2 of them are here and 1's across and they're all facing you. But this triangle wall that they have going up, it's like a pearl white color and it goes up further than I can see. Girl, I don't know what your ancestry is, but whoever it is that they're not happy with right now, okay, this is going to come out of my face. You ready? Whoever this is that they're not happy with right now, that person needs to be kind of careful. That person needs to be kind of careful because these 3 ladies are pissed off enough that they're moving things. And I'm just going to say it that way. They're moving things. I also would not be surprised if this person has been seeing a woman out of the corner of their eye. Do you have stairs in your house? You've warned him, but he won't listen. No? Okay, good. Because they showed me stairs, a landing, stairs and a landing, but I feel like it's outside. And I don't know why they showed me that, but they just showed me stairs and a landing. So here's what like the one that's kind of directly in front of you, there's 2 that are behind you, like you're facing the one that way. So like if I'm looking this way, your back is to me and these other 2 ladies, their back is to me and the other lady is facing me. She just went like that. There is one outside. Okay. So a landing, like there's a landing, there's a metal railing, there's stairs going down. Is there some kind of roof or awning over the stairs? Yes, okay. The lady in front of you went, and I mean, made that kind of mouth. Do you have like Slavic or Romanian descent? Because the lady in front of you is a little scary. I'm not going to lie. The lady in front of you is a little scary. And it's not somebody that I don't know. She has the most piercing eyes I've ever seen in my life. I think last time we spoke to the lady that's like right here. This time we're going to talk to the one in front of you. My nose is itchy. Somebody's talking about me. Stop it. So this lady in front, to be honest, I can't tell you what color her eyes are, because when I'm looking at her, there's like a light behind her and her eyes look black. But she has a very long face. She pulls her hair up super tight. Like her hair is super tight pulled up. I think that I get the feeling that she played the part of going to church, and I don't think she went very often, but this lady actually had some interesting jars around her house. I also have a feeling that she had interesting stuff outside in her backyard. She wanted me to mention a bird bath specifically. She would pray for people to get hurt. She would pray for people to get hurt that had wronged her. She is vindictive. Okay. It's so funny too, because like, I feel like I'm yelling. I'm sorry. Because when she's standing in front of you, you used to have a bird bath. Okay. Like, okay. Is there a story behind that? Because she told me specifically to mention a bird bath. So when you were around her when she was alive, she would be warm and smiling and everything, but she could drop a smile like that. I don't know if this is, I get the feeling that this is like grandmother or aunt level, like great aunt, because there's a lot like, I don't watch TV. There's not a lot of like technology stuff in the house at all. She also, I think that this is a trauma response, but it's like she could be like the warmest, most amazing thing, but when she dropped that mask, when she dropped that smile, it was like instant shift. Like she was two different people. Yep. Okay. Did she make you a like Little House on the Prairie skirt? She showed me this skirt, and it's kind of like where it kind of came out a little bit and down, but it reminds me of like a Victorian skirt, a Little House on the Prairie skirt is what I heard in my head. But it's like light blue flowers. She had one. Okay. It's like light blue flowers. Am I right? Did she used to bake? I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a Danish or if it's a cookie, but it's about like this big, and it's got like these little, almost like a braided thing with something in the middle. Like I think of it like a cookie. She cooked all the time. This is something specific. I think these are cookies. Because it's like jelly or red in the middle, but it's like kind of braided on the outside. Yes, so okay. Did she make these or did she buy them? Because if she made these, they're like perfect, yes? Like she's a perfectionist when it comes to everything, am I right? I don't know what I'm tasting. it's almost like stew, but it's not stew. She did both. Okay. Were those like her favorite cookies? What? So there's this huge stock pot. I'm seeing this big stock pot on the stove and the steam coming out of it. And I think it's stew. It's fucking delicious. Because it's like I'm sitting at the table looking down into a bowl and I'm looking at her over here. She's over the Brunswick stew. Okay, so you know exactly what this is. That's why I was like, it's stew, but it doesn't taste like any stew I've ever had. Like, I feel cheated. Like, I feel cheated. But, like, I'm looking down into the bowl and I can see, like, the little beads of oil and the meat and the, like, there's big, long green beans, right? Big, is that a green bean? Because it's, like, big. She would, okay. So the cooking is her comfort. And that's her way of comforting everybody, right? Like, because I don't get, like, she's going to sit down and talk to you about your feelings, but she will 100% make you a 5-course meal. Am I correct? Is she a loud talker? Because I feel like I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling. Like, every time I start to talk about her, I feel like I'm yelling. Not unless she was mad. Okay. So that's why she's showing me fixing you a bunch of food. Yes? Because all I'm seeing right now is this kitchen and sitting in the kitchen while she's over by the stove. Okay. She showed me the stairs again and it's making me a little uncomfortable and I'm not going to lie. I don't understand this, and maybe you do. But when I said she showed me the stairs again and it's making me a little uncomfortable, I heard Sarah's not home. Like, you're not home. She's not home. I don't understand what that means, but Sarah's not home. She's not home. I'm sorry that you're not. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry that you're dealing with whatever's going on. This lady right here this is a pretty powerful lady. Like, she has learned how to manipulate energy now that she's on the other side. And in life, she was very, very big personality, very powerful, but woman does some shit and some stuff. So she's also very protective of you in particular. Very protective of you in particular. And I don't know why I just heard this, but cover your ass. She chased down a thief who towered over her. She was fiercely protective. I feel like her and I would have been friends. Okay. She wanted me to, once again, tell you to cover your ass. Cover your ass. As in document. Okay? So. Okay. She showed me the pearl wall around you again. So to be honest, I don't really think that you have much to be worried about. And I would not be surprised if there's an accident. Gotcha. Yeah, she's very angry. I mean, this is like, she's angry. I mean, deep down in the core of her being angry. I'm just saying. So, if possible, I would not be alone with this person. I would not be alone with this person if you can help it. Okay? You felt her but wasn't sure what she wanted. This is 100% protection. It's 100% protection. And I'm going to say this one more time. I would not be surprised if something happens. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ooh, thank you, Donna. Like I said, Scammy McScammersons, my mods are going to screenshot you. It's her son. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be alone with that person. Okay? I wouldn't. Because I don't know how to explain it. Okay. I'm glad you understood that. I'm glad you understood that. Well, let's see if we can get your spirit guide. You know what? Can you hang out for just a minute? And I will do your spirit guide reading too. Okay, yeah, hang out for just a minute. Because I've got to disconnect from her completely. Like, if I try to do your spirit guide reading right now, like, the level of anger that's coming through, is a little intense. Phoenix, let's do yours. I got your box today, Phoenix. Y'all will be happy to know that I finally went to the post office and cleaned out my P.O. box. I had several big boxes waiting for me. One from Phoenix. And some of you guys have asked if I would open them on videos and stuff. I will try. I have a pile. I don't think Phoenix is here. I don't know. I don't think I've seen her, but. All right, Phoenix. Your spirit guides like riddles because here's what they just decided to show me. I don't know if you have a fascination with Wonder Woman or you did when you were a kid or Amazons or what, but she showed me the spirit guide in particular. First of all, she is crazy tall. She is humongous, big, exactly what you would expect like an Amazon boulder woman to look like. It's so funny. But she showed me seashells. She showed me the ocean. Then she showed me Wonder Woman. Then she showed me these crazy, like unrealistically cartoony tall jungle trees with vines in them. And it's like I feel at home in these trees. Whatever the tie is with comic books and cartoons, it is absolutely something that you should pursue. Because channel your inner Wonder Woman. And I don't just mean Linda Carter. I mean all of the Wonder Woman aspects, you know, it's so funny. She's like, I don't know if you're obsessed with this or what, but Ground, center, create. Ground, center, create. That's the pattern. That's the cycle. Ground, center, create. Ground, center, create. That's the cycle. Ground, center, create. I don't know why she keeps repeating that. She also keeps showing me going from ocean to jungle, like ocean, jungle, ocean, jungle. And the ocean, I'm going to describe to you what I'm seeing because it's very specific. And then we're going to describe those trees again because they're very specific. So I am standing down on a beach. I think that the tide is coming in because I feel like the beach should be much longer, but it's not. It's probably about 20 feet from where the water is lapping up on the beach to where I'm standing. And behind me is this kind of grassy hill, but it almost goes like straight up and over. Like I'm sure you could climb it, but it's almost straight up. But I get the feeling like the sun is kind of setting a little bit. There's also like a big stone, boulder, concrete, something, but it's round and it's over to my left. And there's also like stairway over here to the left. But I'm just standing there watching the ocean, just watching the waves. And there's nothing wrong. Like it's nice and warm and gorgeous. And I just want to stand there and breathe in. Like I can feel the salt. The jungle, however, because the ocean is over here and the jungle is over here. It's interesting. But the jungle almost looks like a cartoon painting. But it's several big tall trees with these vines stretched in between them like this. They're super bright green. The sky behind it is super bright blue. And it's almost like a cartoon, like a comic book, like a video game, like a cheesy Mario video game, like in Mario Brothers 2. Ground. Okay. Whatever this pertains to, you already have the idea. You already have the knowledge. You already have the idea. Like you have all the pieces, but you've been stressing so hard about how to put the puzzle together that you haven't even laid the pieces out to see how they fit together. So lay the pieces out. Lay the pieces out and see how they fit together because you already have every single thing that you need. It's almost like you haven't even taken the puzzle pieces out of the box. You have all the pieces. So lay them out, see how they fit together. I think that the answer will smack you right in the face in a great way. You'll have that epiphany of like, oh my God, like, I'm just saying. Channel your inner Wonder Woman. Channel your inner Wonder Woman. Athena. Sarah, I'm hoping that the anger has gone so we can do yours after this. All right. There's Athena! I just saw little pink flowers everywhere. Have you been having problems with your eyes? Either you've been having problems with your eyes or you doing some fun, you drinking some lotus tea or something, because it's so funny. I saw like almost like Sepulpa downtown, like older downtown with the brick buildings and all that stuff, you know, the cute little quaint downtown. But there are pink flowers everywhere, all up the buildings. And these are like live flowers. So they're like this big, they're pink. They've got like 5 petals and a little thing in the middle. But they're everywhere. Like everywhere I look, they're everywhere. Okay, lots of weird energy and dots in them. Are the dots yellow? because it's like in looking at these buildings, they have this grid of flowers on them. Now, I'm never going to say not to go get your eyes checked. Always, always, always go get your eyes checked, because that's always a little unnerving when you start having vision issues. But okay, I'm going to say it this way because I don't know, yellowish. Okay. I don't know how else to say this. You had a shift. You had a shift. You had a, she just keeps saying shift. Okay. You have a very tall, wispy guide. Like, she literally just looks like she's made of like silver, pearl, purple, blue, white mist. But she's super tall and thin and just wispy. You had a big shift. You had a scare. You had a shift. Okay. So, first of all, yes, if you don't have an appointment already, get your eyeballs checked. But, whatever this shift is, it's going to cause a massive change in you, and for the good, like a good change, okay? A massive change in you for the good. But it's, she keeps showing me these buildings with flowers. It's something that you've been wanting, and this change is a good thing. You've seen her. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about then. Because I was like, what the fuck? Okay. This is something you've been wanting spiritually. This is a gift that you've been wanting spiritually. Okay. You got it, is what she says. You got it. She's really funny. She's like, you've been a good girl. You've done your due diligence. You got it. I don't know what that means. And I don't know what gift it is that you've been trying to boost or open up or whatever. But I think that this eye issue is the first part of it. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. But I don't know what these flowers are or why she keeps showing me them all over buildings. Seeing energy and hearing it too. Okay. Pay attention for these little pink flowers. Like I said, they're about like this big, like silver dollar size, maybe a little smaller, but they have five petals. They have 5 petals. She said you made the right offering. Does that make sense to you? Basically, you've stopped resisting and have done some ancestral stuff. Okay. So you understood what I was saying. Whatever this shift is, you're getting what you've asked for. You're getting what you've asked for. And I'm just going to say congratulations. Like, I'm just going to say congratulations. Because, like it's spiritual Christmas time. You're fixing to get some shit. So just be ready for it, because when it happens, it's a little overwhelming. It can be a lot overwhelming. And I wish I could give you a name for this spirit guide, but I can't. I don't even know if she has one, to be honest. Yeah, I don't even know if she has one. Yeah, it's scary and overwhelming, but it's also fantastic, especially when you realize that it's what you've been asking for and what you've been wanting and manifesting, and you know what I mean? So whatever you did with this new ancestor work, etc., it was well received. It was well received. So I don't know if that's what you expected to hear or wanted to hear, but I like her. I like her. A jester with blue flowers blooming out of his mouth. I love it. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. I like her a lot. I'm glad you heard it too, because I hadn't seen you pop in, so I didn't know if you were here. So I have Reece and Sarah. Sarah, I'm going to do Reece and then you, because she's still here. She's still here. She's still here. So I just saw, it's so funny, like immediately I knew it was a gnome hat, like a little bright green gnome hat with a little white beard underneath. Have you been working with other things? I'm not going to say fae because it's not fairies. You haven't been working with fairies, but have you been working? Green seems to be the color of the day. Okay. You believe unintentionally? So you did something. I'm going to say really probably within the last 3 days. You did something that I don't know how to explain this. It was something that happened and either you sidestepped. I don't know what that is. You scooted over, you sidestepped, but by making this little bitty change in your routine, you did a favor. You did a favor. Do not be surprised if you saved somebody's ass, basically. They were at your previous house for sure. Okay. I knew I was going to yawn. Don't be surprised if you start finding little gifts. A shiny thing here or there. I keep seeing little metal loops, not rings, but like the little jump loops or whatever that you see in jewelry. Little metal rings. Feathers. Don't be surprised if you start getting gifts. Yeah, don't be surprised if you start getting gifts. You've seen them again recently. Okay. There was something you did sometime in the last 3 days that saved something, and they're grateful. And they're grateful. So do you have a dog, like a big brown dog with floppy ears? He almost looks like a basset hound because he's got kind of like longer jowls a little bit too. I don't know. Okay. He sees them. But isn't sure what to think. So I wouldn't be surprised to know if your dog's been growling at shit lately out of nowhere. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what to think about them yet. It's so funny that this is a spirit guide reading, but at the same time we're talking about gnomes. They're not gonna hurt him. They might mess with him, like jokingly play with him a little bit. Something significant is coming in 4 months, specifically 4 months. It's like they're knowing this event is going to pop up to kind of be on the watch. Like they're protecting the perimeter. Like I literally see like going in a clockwise motion. They're protecting the perimeter. And I don't think it's anything that you need to be worried about, but they don't really want to say more than that, except protecting the perimeter. So 4 months would be what? Let's see, March, April, May, June. So summer solstice. Yeah, right around summer solstice. Have you been in the spiritual world for a little bit? Because it's almost as if they're running something off. I don't know if that makes sense to you. They're running something off. Your whole life. Okay. Yeah, they're running something off. I don't know what it is specifically with the summer solstice coming up, but yeah. Yeah, they're running something off as a protection. I hope that made sense. Like, I feel like that was the weirdest random shit. Well, not the weirdest random shit, but I'm just saying. I would leave some little goodies out. I mean, plants are always a good thing. River rocks are always a good thing. Wood is always a good thing. I'm just saying. I would look up what kind of offerings for gnomes you can grab. That would be my recommendation. That would be my recommendation. Because whatever favor you did, they feel like they owe you. So, yeah. Like that sounded cryptic as hell, but I'm glad she understood it. Same. Yeah, I'm glad you understood it too. I was like, all right, this is gonna sound really weird. It'll sound really weird. Yeah, I would research what kind of things to give them, and just make sure that you have a space outside your door or something like that where they can hang out. I don't know if you have a yard or not. If you have a yard, it's much easier, but. All right, let's see if we can get Miss Sarah's spirit guide reading. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I love me some gnomes. Two things simultaneously. One, have you been having weird headaches right here? Like this is the right side, like right here. And two, I don't know what the big bright blue light is. Thankfully it wasn't green. I don't know how much more green I can handle tonight. Not that I don't like green, but this is like bright, bright royal blue. Yes to the headaches. Okay. So the light itself is a spirit guide. It's a he. He doesn't want to show me what he looks like or anything like that, but he just, it's blue. It's this crazy, gorgeous, like, is one of my favorite colors. Like royal blue light. He's showing me like the inside of a warehouse. All the lights are off, so it's at night. All right, so he's gonna be that kind of person that's very cryptic. Okay, all right. So he's fixing to, I'm fixing to say just a whole bunch of random things, and I hope that they either, you understand what they all say, tie together, or this is something you need to look up, like spiritual meaning of this, because here's what he showed me. An empty warehouse with a light in the middle. A big yellow forklift. A forest of like pine or cedar trees. They have to be pine because they're really tall. During the day, he wants me to specifically mention during the day. A black turtle. A globe. Like, and this globe specifically is one of the really, really dark blue ocean globes. You know what I'm talking about? Not the normal light blue. And then he showed me a pearl tiara. I get the feeling that this spirit guide is very, very intelligent, like very highly intelligent. And I also would not be surprised to know if you like logic puzzles, because he also sends patterns, not just numbers, but like patterns of stuff. You love them. He's sending patterns. So be paying really close attention to, okay, this happened every Thursday, this happens every Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like, be paying really close attention to patterns that are happening around you. Pattern recognition is your thing. Okay. Yeah, this spirit guide is very, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. He has a lot of influence on you. This one hasn't been there since you were born, though. This one you gained when you were, I'm going to say 5 or 6, probably 6. And it was just like he just was there one day. I don't think it's somebody you know, but he just was there one day. And I really think it's sometime in the summer. Yeah, when you were 6. It would have been cool if he could have just been like, hey, here's what all this means. But I will say that I'm kind of glad that she stepped aside for a minute for me to be able to do that. Because I'm not going to lie, I was getting a little worried. That she was going to be like, All right, let's see here. Why are you being the way that you are? There we go. I couldn't find my list for tonight because I have 4 people on my list for tonight and I couldn't find them. You had a very traumatic experience at that age, so it makes sense that he'd show up then. Okay. During the summer specifically? Yep. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Thank you for the butterfly. And the puffy hearts. And the chilies. So on my list for tonight, I have B. Barton. I have, is it Kame, and then I have Angelia. B, you are first. So I have 3 mediumships and a channeled spirit guide reading. Yeah, she kind of stepped back just a little bit. Like she finally calmed down and, you know, yeah. All right. Ready, B? There you are. Oh, you got a lot of people. Okay. This one specifically. Hi, Vladdy Patty. It's so funny. It was like a whole bunch of people, like a family reunion almost. And then there's a rocking chair, like a single rocking chair that I'm watching go back and forth. Okay. So it's interesting because I just keep seeing this rocking chair, and it's like a darker wood, but it's just rocking by itself, just sitting there rocking by itself. And it's weird, like watching it rock makes me kind of sad and also apprehensive at the same time. Okay, there's a little more. So front porch, maybe. Well, front or back. There's no railing on this porch. If I'm sitting in the rocking chair, there's a door to my left behind me. It's a screen door. One of the old, it's like the wooden ones where it's got the big panel on the top and then like a bar and some slats down the bottom, and it's white. And I feel like the door behind it is open. Good night, Christine. The door behind it is open, and I can hear someone inside, and I'm assuming it's a woman because I hear a woman whistling. I don't know how I know it's a woman, but it's a woman whistling, like humming, whistling a tune. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm a little kid out on the porch. Like I'm a little kid sitting out there. I'm just curious, B. Do you recognize this porch? Because I have a very specific reason for asking. Just yes or no. Yes. Okay. Because there's a little boy sitting with me. There's a little boy that's sitting with me that has very dark hair. And here's the thing. I don't think that this boy that's sitting with me on this porch was alive when this person is alive. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm seeing something from you when you were younger or what, but this little boy is sitting out there with me on the porch. And he's barefoot. He has on a white shirt and he has on overalls. Not they don't come all the way up to here, just overalls. They're older overalls. Does that ring a bell? Do you know who I'm talking about? He has really like chestnut brown hair. And he might be 7. Like, I feel like this house had a lot of activity. For those of you guys, I've seen a lot of people asking if somebody else can come through on somebody else's read. You looked like a little boy or maybe a brother. Okay. No. And here's why. I've been doing this a very long time. And when I'm reading for just one person, it's just for that person. I had a really good mentor, a really good teacher that taught me how to kind of tell everybody else no, like just this person. So a lot of times things will resonate with other people, but I don't allow other people's people to come through. I just don't. It would be like if I were reading for, I'm just going to pick on Leanne because I saw her. If I was reading for Leanne and Scarly came up next to me and was like, oh, you're going to read for me now, and started like taking the cards. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? So yeah. Okay. I don't think that this is, I don't think that this is you when you're a kid. I don't. Because this is a little boy. This is a little boy. I feel like the person that's sitting on the porch right now that I'm looking at things through their eyes, I feel like this is an older gentleman. And there's some kind of head trauma here. No, it's this side. Excuse me. There's some kind of head trauma here. And I don't mean like boxing. There's like concussion. Does that make sense? Like there's concussion here. And I think it's from boxing. You were always barefoot. Okay, maybe it is. People thought you were a boy. Okay. Was your hair that chestnut brown color like that? Like the gentleman that I'm seeing stuff through his eyes, like he's kind of quiet, but he's sitting in the rocking chair. What's up with the boxing? Because I'm watching him do this. I'm watching him do this. Like my grandpa used to do this when he'd be joking with us. He'd do like this and he'd like joke with us. Does that make sense? But there's something here. It's specifically on the left side in the back. I don't know if this was like hitting your brother boxing you got older. This is with this gentleman. There's something here. Like a repeated concussion or something like that. It's not a stroke. It's not a head, like not a cracked skull or anything like that. But it's something right here, specifically right there. Okay. Did he used to box? Did this gentleman used to box? Or teach you guys how to scrap and put his hands up like that? Because that's what I keep seeing, is the scrapping like this. I can still hear the lady back there humming and whistling and so on. They had a vegetable garden, yes. Because I keep seeing like a basket of fresh vegetables. That or I'm seeing wax fruit because this is like really good looking fruit. Not fruit, vegetables, excuse me. Like corn, tomatoes, potatoes, green beans, etc. He's not very talkative. He is not very talkative. He does have a really nice smile. Like just this gentle kind of smile. It's also got a little sadness in there. Okay. Beans and bread. Okay. What am I seeing with the fruit? Is this like wax fruit, or is this like, what am I seeing? Because it's really, really bright, and it's a basket, and it's like a bright yellow corn. Like, I don't know if this is like plastic fruit or wax fruit. I don't know what this is, but it's really, it looks fantastic. Like, I want to eat it. Okay. Behind me, like if I turned around out of this rocking chair and I was looking into the house, is it dark paneled in there, like wood paneling? At least over here on the right, like the kitchen is over here on the right. I feel like there's a hallway, some bedrooms or something. I can't really see back there, but like right when you come in the door, there's hallway, bedrooms, whatever, and then the kitchen is right here. Living room over here. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. White paint. Okay. I don't know why I'm seeing that part dark then. Okay. I mean, it's a comfortable dark. It's not like I would totally hang out in there. Not like scary, if that makes sense. Okay. I can't ever see anything but the kitchen. And I can't ever see the lady. All I can hear is her humming. He doesn't want to leave the porch. Like, he doesn't want to leave the porch with this little kid sitting there next to him. And I feel like this is probably about 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. I don't know if it's not dark. It's sun's not going down just yet. But this is like the favorite time of day, just sitting there in the rocking chair. I feel like he passed away really suddenly, because as I'm seeing him sitting there rocking in the rocking chair, then suddenly he's just gone and the rocking chair is still rocking. You are always outside. Does that make sense? Did he pass really suddenly? And then I feel like I'm supposed to ask what happened to the rocking chair. Heart failure. Okay. Gotcha. I feel like nobody sat in the rocking chair, did they? After that. There's not a lot of other furniture on that porch, is there? Did he pass on the porch? Or outside? What? Hello. No, he passed in the hospital. Okay, I just don't understand why he doesn't want to leave the porch. Yeah, I don't understand why he doesn't want to leave the porch. Oh, Vlad is on one. Boy, you need to calm your kitty butt down. What is up with you? You have a thing for rocking chairs. Okay, okay. Because I didn't understand why I was just seeing this rocking chair out there rocking by itself. Okay. Do y'all hear this cat? Sir, what? What? He's like running and pouncing on stuff. Sir, it is 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to need you to calm down. That was your place to hang out. He owned it. God damn it. He is about... That scared the shit out of me. Did y'all see me jump? That scared the shit out of me. What did you just knock over? What is wrong with you? Oh my God. He never does this shit. Do you guys want to know what he knocked over? So, I have my grandparents' potato bin. It's from the 80s. It's not crazy old. But it's like this, it looks like wood, but it's plastic. And it is, how many of y'all jumped? Yeah. And it could be that the spirits are playing with him. But it is upstairs in this house. There's a landing and there's like door, bathroom, and then there's like 2 steps and like the shop is up there, right? So I have this potato bin up there. So the dogs don't go up there because they like to go up there and like do their little hiding poops, like, and no, I'm not doing it, right? So that's what he knocked over. I guess his little ass went running and jumping and jumped on that and knocked the fucking potato bin over. He is 100% ridiculous right now. Notice he also got really quiet after he did that. That scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me. He's ridiculous. I just want to beat him right now. Like, I'm not kidding. I just want to beat him right now. See if I can channel that again, because okay. So I know you asked something about her, but I can't ever see her. All I can do is hear her humming in the background. What he showed me, I kind of feel like is a reoccurring dream. It's like snippets, and I'm gonna describe it. But it starts off with barefoot in the dirt. Like, I don't know if this is a dirt path or this is just out in the yard or what. It's not a crazy amount of dirt, like just a little bit like this, like a path. But it's like watching my feet like barefoot in the dirt with the little poofs of dirt coming up around them. And then there's a fish. What? It's like, I don't know if it's wood or plastic. Because it's not real. It's not a real fish. But then he did show me a fishing rod. Fishing pole, excuse me. Okay. He keeps showing me feet in the dirt. She was inside a lot. He keeps showing me just bare feet in the dirt. I don't know if that makes sense. He doesn't want to leave the porch. I don't understand why he doesn't want to leave the porch. And I also, the house was surrounded by dirt. We went fishing all the time. Okay. I don't understand A, why he doesn't want to leave the porch. And then B, I can't see him at all. Like, I can't see him at all. Like, every time I try to turn around and look at him, it's just, there's nothing. It makes me feel like you either have dreams and or you kind of feel him, and when you turn, he's not there. Okay, so you understand the feet in the dirt then. Is this like a reoccurring dream? No, okay. He just kept showing me that. I don't understand why I can't see him. It's odd. It's odd. Usually I can at least see something. I can't see his height. I can't see his hair. I can't see his face. I can't see his clothes. I can't see anything. Like, I can't see anything. Doesn't help that Vlad he's always quiet and smiling in your dreams. Okay. He keeps showing me this rocking chair. And it's like a dark color. It's not white. It's a dark color. Like blue or black. It's like a dark color. It's not black. And the chair by itself, it's just rocking by itself. He showed me the fish. He showed me that, I think it's wood. I think it's a wooden, like, because it feels like it's flat. I think it's a wooden fish. But you said he didn't have a rocking chair, but you're fascinated with them. Do you have a rocking chair that's like a dark blue color? Like, what's funny is, I mean, normally I would say that, yeah, that's kind of a sad image of just this rocking chair, but it's just rocking in the dark. But I don't feel like it's a sad thing. It's just like, it's almost like it's symbolic of something. It's like a sign, but I don't get a sadness from it. Okay. I don't get a sadness from it. Just like, I just want to sit in the rocking chair. That's all I want to do, is just sit there on that porch. I don't want to go anywhere else. Like that's my favorite place to be, is that porch. So what I'd recommend, just because like there's nothing message wise, I would invite him to talk to you in your dreams. I mean, make sure you put the stipulation on it that you only want to speak to him. You know, that you would love to sit with him on the porch and learn whatever it is that he wants you to learn. But I would just speak to him out loud and say, hey, I would love to see you. I would love to visit. I would love to walk in the dirt. I would love to go fishing. You know what I mean? Like I would just invite him to come and hang out on the porch with you, because it may be that he does need to give you a message and he's not willing to tell me. And you know what? I'm okay with that. And it used to kind of hurt my feelings before, when sometimes, you know, I would get all of this stuff and I'd be like, well, there's a message, but they don't want to tell me. Like years and years ago, I would be like, well, you know, like it would hurt my feelings. But now it doesn't, because I understand. Like there are some things that I want to tell my kids, but I wouldn't want somebody else telling my kids, you know? So I would invite him to come and hang out with you in a dream. And just, if you have a dream with him in it, though, try to write down or voice record every single thing. He was pretty quiet, but I'll ask him. Try to write down or voice record every single thing. Because everything has a symbolic meaning. So, okay. I really like him. I feel like he's one of those people you could just sit on the porch and never ever say a word, and that's all you needed. It's just to sit and hang out. You think, okay. Yeah, I would just invite him to come and sit with you. I would just invite him to come and sit with you. Because I think that that's going to be the best way to communicate with him. He seems like a nice guy. He seems like just the nicest. He just seems like the nicest guy. Like he really does. I love it. I like meeting the nice peoples. And you'll have to let me know if you actually get the message from him. I'm sure you will. You are so welcome. Thank you for letting me meet him. All right. Kame, you ready? Thank you guys for 100,000 likes. I appreciate that. Well, let me ask, is Kame or Angelia here? I just want to make sure. Yeah, all right. Thank you. I was fixing to say, you need to let me know your first name, so that way I can make sure you're on my list. All right. Oh, okay. There you are. Gotcha. Thank you, ladies, for waiting so long. Or you guys. Thank you guys for waiting so long. You dudes. Thank you, dudes. You have a lady with like a really loud laugh. Like, and she's always laughing. She is always laughing. There's something up with her breathing. This is like a chronic thing. So I don't know if this is like asthma or if emphysema or what. But there's something up with her breathing. Because when I was talking about the laughing, and I was hearing this like really loud, I mean, I think some people would be irritated by it. But I was hearing this really loud laugh, and it's like I started to cough. Like like starting to. So I don't know if this is emphysema or what's going on, but this is like I almost can't catch my breath now. I have a feeling that this is something like emphysema, because I feel like it So I feel like she's a smoker. The things that she's showing me are like late 60s, early 70s colors. So like the harvest gold and the baby puke green and like, or avocado green, excuse me, and the burnt orange. Like she's showing me those kind of colors. Okay. She keeps jumping back and forth. So like this time, because she showed me that. And then before I could really even get a look at the furniture in the room that I'm sitting in, there's oxygen. There's like an oxygen thing up underneath my nose. I don't feel like there's a lot of stuff in her house. There's I think this is Jesus. There's a picture on her wall that has, it's smaller. It's like this, but it has a very ornate gold frame. It's either Jesus or it's a saint. Wasn't around for anyone using oxygen. Okay. I don't think that this is using it. It's just, I just saw actually felt it. But I don't think this is someone that had an oxygen tank. She pointed me back up to the wall. This picture. It's like always, it's always been on the wall. And I have a feeling it is. So like if you're in a living room and the hallway goes over here to the left, but there's still part of a wall before you go, or whatever's back here, I can't see. But the living room is all that over here. There's wall, hallway. But that picture is right there. That picture is right there. She keeps making me feel like there's nothing in her house, and I know that that is not the case. Oh, stop it. She showed me pink roses. Not red, but pink. Kind of I'm going to say a medium pink. They're not super pale. She's having a hard time pulling memories. And it's like, I feel like I'm trying to pull them out like this. Like, I feel like I'm doing this, like trying to pull them out. I actually feel like she lived to be pretty old. Like late 90s, mid to late 90s. I feel like she lived to be pretty old. Okay. So when I do this, okay. She had super thick hair when she was younger. And it's really dark. But she had super thick hair. Like, I feel like if I were to do this, like, it would just, like, bounce right back. I think she had thick hair. I think she always had thick hair. But it's the one thing that she misses the most. Okay. So none of this rings a bell. I don't feel like she was a very religious person, but at the same time, or not outwardly like pushing it on everybody else. But, okay. But there's a deep practice there. Okay. Okay. Didn't see most family members as you got older. Okay. So I feel like she's probably been gone about 12 years. About 12 years. She keeps making me itch my face. Like I keep doing this, like touching my face and itching my face and like making sure my makeup's okay. Like, I've had my makeup on all day. I don't care if it's okay or not at this point. It's also weird, too, because whenever I'm, like... When I'm doing these reads, I know I look all these other places. But with her in particular, I don't want... It's like, I don't want to meet my own eyes. And I don't understand that. So it's almost like I feel like she didn't really like to look people... Like, stare people straight in the eye. Which usually is a sign of like a pretty traumatic life. And I feel like there's somebody specific you're wanting to talk to, and this is not her. Or you're wanting to hear from. Let me say that. You're wanting to hear from. She's not talkative. Okay. So let's do this. Because I'm wondering if Vlad didn't fuck me up. Because he did scare the shit out of me. So let's do this. Let me put you two as first on my list for next Tuesday. And go from there. Because I kind of feel like Vlad fucked me. Kind of feel like he just fucked me over. Yeah. If that is okay with you two. Well, I mean, after he knocked that over, now he's downstairs he's probably downstairs asleep, which is going to piss me off if I go down there and he's just lounging around. Y'all don't even know. Like, I will sneak up on this little bitch and scare the fuck out of him. Like, I don't mind getting interrupted. I don't mind getting, you know, jostled or jolted, but that scared the fuck out of me. That scared the fuck out of me. So, yeah, I'm not super happy with him right now. He didn't let me sleep very good last night either. Yeah, he didn't let me sleep very good last night either. He's kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick. Like, he does this thing. He doesn't do it very often, but he does this fucking thing. And I don't know if any of you other cat owners have a cat that does this. But so I have this weird, like, U-shaped body pillow, right? And I sleep on my back. And so, or I usually sleep on my back now. But he will get up on this side and he will put his forehead on my face, which is fine. I love that. He does that all the time. But what he does is if I don't pet him, if I don't wake up and pet him and hold him, he will like twitch and he will rub his whiskers just barely across my face. So I do that. He does it on purpose. He's an ass. It should be the same time next week. It should be 8:30 next week. Or 8:30 Central next week. But yeah, he does it on purpose. He did that to me so many times last night. I finally got mad and had to yell. I yelled at him. And I don't even care. Like the 5th or 6th time he did it, I was like, fuck, Vlad. Like, yeah. Startled the dogs and everything. because he's a dick. All right. Well, I will move you two to very first ones on my list for next week. And I will not be at home next Tuesday, so I won't have a Vlad to scare the shit out of me. All right, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow. I may jump on a little bit for those of you guys that are like subscribers while I'm doing some orders and stuff like that. And yeah. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Y'all get some sleep. Go get some rest. Okay? Maybe if I can even, I guess my thing's locked up. It's fun. Can't finish reads. Can't do anything. I love it. It's great.